with him. How many of those have we seen with Atiku? What exactly has Atiku been doing since 2023? You lost an election, you go back to where you are and you fold your legs and you don't do anything. You appear after few months to election and you just expect people to collect PVC under the sun and die on the line for you? No. Before people can say, I want to stick my neck for you, they must see what you are doing first. Peter Obi has not rested since after 2023 elections. He has been going around, interacting with people, deliberating with people, trying to connect with people, trying to hear from people from the grassroots, all in a bid to, make his base stronger. What is Atiku doing? What exactly? I've not seen anything he's doing. He thinks it's the old way of politics, where he sits down, show face, and people will he feels his money. So they say, is the best bet. What exactly is this best bet? How many governors are still on his side? How many House of Reps and senators? So if you're saying you want to lead a coalition, now, okay, let's talk about articulates. Articulates versus obedience. Are they really rugged? Do you want to know what obedience went through in 2023? We went to nook and crannies of this country. I am from Ekiti State. I'm a Yoruba person. And I know how much my parents went out. My old parents went out, even to the nooks and crannies. My father is very old, but you'll be surprised. He loves Obi more than me. You want to tell that old man, I want to tell him now. When he even heard, he called me, he was like, if that happens, I will not vote. A lot of people, you are not in touch with reality. You stay on social media, you're talking, there are people offline. They will rather not vote. You will experience that high number of voter apathy. I need someone that would, arouse my emotion, that will make my stress worth it. What is Atiku? What am I doing with that? What exactly is Atiku showing me? He was once someone who has been contesting since 1993. He has been contesting for the post of presidency. This is 32 years. Over and over the same results, and you don't want to give up, and you don't want to put in the work as well, but you're expecting the magic. It's not going to happen. It's not happening anywhere. For whatever it stands for, if Peter Obi is not leading, I will not stress myself. I won't even, all those groups I'm doing, all those grassroots, some people will stay inside AC, stay inside hotels. They'll be enjoying themselves. I'll go to grassroots where things are hard, and I'll be campaigning up and down. And you tell me I should do that for Atiku. It won't happen. If you feel Atiku is the best bet, please come over to the grassroots, roll up your sleeves, and get to work. Do not come and insult us here. You cannot ride on the wave, ride on what we suffered on, and subject a man that never had structure. Note, he went to a party that never polled over 500K votes in any presidential election. That's Labour Party. So no one can say Labour Party gave him the clout. He worked from the scratch. And all of a sudden, you are giving us Atiku. Give us the reason for Atiku. He was once a vice president. We know his track records. He was what do you call it, at customs. He was the boss of customs, and we know the shit he did in customs. What do you want to tell us about Atiku? Please, enough of it. The gaslighting is not working. It won't work. In fact, if you rephrase it, it will only cause more damage. Just stop it. Thank you.
Yeah, Princella, thank you so much for that. Dilo, you have the mic, please. After we move to Chidi, we'll move over to Chidi. Then we'll circle back to Chekube before Metaphor. Thank you.
Hello, can you hear me? Hello? Hello, am I being heard?
We can hear you. Go on, bro.
Perfect. Good day, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Thank you for this platform, and thank you to everyone who has given in their own contributions. I applaud each and every one of us. Before I jump into my own submission, I want to ride on I think it's Chuka's point of view. Politics are two things we need to understand. But before I even start, let me say it's like a declaration. I am not for anybody, but I want Peter Obi to be the president of Nigeria. But unfortunately, politics is not sentiment. It's not emotion. It's game of numbers. I would want to first and foremost applaud all the obedience, which I can also claim I am one of, for giving Peter Obi the voice. In politics, you come to the table with equity. You have to have something. And that's what Peter Obi has gotten with the voice of the obedience. And like one of the speakers spoken about, I think he's a PDP person, that they were saying who was Peter Obi back in those days. But today, Peter Obi has the voice of the obedience. And that's why he has something. So I applaud each and every one of the obedience, even the previous speaker, the woman, the Yoruba woman. Thank you. God bless you. Now, that being said, let's face it. Reality. Like Chuko rightly said, politics is not about emotion. It's about what you bring to the table. Peter Obi never had anything to bring to the table before. Apologies. But now he has something. Atiku on the other side, you might call him whatever you want to call him. I don't even know him. But he has a lot also to bring to the table. The so-called imposter president that we have had something to bring to the table. And that's why he's right now the president of the country. So please put this behind your mind. If you don't have something to bring to the table, you're not going to be counted as an heavyweight. Peter Obi now. I'm happy most people are seeing the view of amalgamation coming together. Yes, I think this is what the movie star Jose Okonkwo was trying to advocate for. They need to merge. What I'm not going to say now is that Peter Obi, I know he has the mind of the youths. He has the mind of his people. All I'm just going to beg him is when he goes to that table, he should put us behind his hearts, which I know he does oftentimes. If the worst comes to worst, that Peter Obi should be deputized, honestly, I would say go for it. But like I said, he has the power of the people. He can use that to bargain. It's cheap to being the first in line. Because after this 8 years of Southwest, automatically this leadership or presidency will move to the north. And whoever is gonna be coming in is definitely coming in for just 4 years. And I'm sure when he is making his deal, he will be saying he's only coming in for just one shot. He has many things to bring to the table. And I see that happening, that they would give him that ticket. The likes of Atiku and El Rufai and Co. They would definitely give it to him because they know he has only one tenor to go. They would definitely. So please, the whole idea of if he deputizes, if he does that, just everybody should have just an open mind. An open mind. Peter Obi has the heart of many. He's been out here speaking to people, both out there in the diaspora, speaking to many of us. We all know. We know what we had to do back then. So please, leadership, it's not about the emotion, it's about what you bring to the table. And we've given Peter Obi that voice. And they can listen to him now. And I know Peter Obi is frugal, is very, 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 very calculative human being. He knows what to do. So no one should. The more we come out on social media and start saying this, saying that, no, everybody should leave this to Peter Obi. This man knows what to do. And on the other side, when we're talking about, we need to go back, retrospect into the election and see where we all missed it. Everybody knows that Peter Obi has the South, no doubt about that. But this presidency was won in the North. Everybody were jubilating the celebration of Peter Obi winning the South back then. Nobody was looking into the North. Nobody. And they were already doing their dirty works. So now, Peter Obi has learned. And that's why you see most times he's going up there, up to the North, to make himself known. And how would I say it? Voting in the North is not about you campaigning, knocking doors. No. The Northerners, with due respect to them, is whoever their leader says go for, they go for. It's not about like the South that you have your mind, you're all elite, you can take your decision. But up there, it's about Rankadede, this way. And that's where everybody will turn to. So please, Let's leave this negotiation thing to them. I know when the time is right, Peter Obi will do the right thing. No one should be here instigating. It's not Peter Obi. I won't vote. It's this. Nah, it's too early. Just leave it to Peter. He has the hearts of everyone. So let's leave that part open for us. My takeaway, just around it because I don't want to have to jump somewhere. Please, Nigerians, let's stay united. The way we are united outside, let's be that back way home too. Leave the ball open. Leadership. We all want the best for our country. We want to be able to come back and at least know this is our hometown. This is our country. Let's leave them. It's painful that this is where we are as a country, but we're going somewhere. As for Tinubu, I wish him all the best. But if he should succeed an additional 4 more years, I see that man going nowhere. He's going to become the next dictator of that country. So if we don't all unite and just let go, whoever is going to be the president or the front burner, whoever is going to be the deputy, if we keep battling ourselves on that, we would lose it just the way we lost it in 2023. We're all divided, and that's why the vote was just divided. And Tinubu was able to sail through. That's the joy of Tinubu. You guys keep fighting, I'll just sail through. So rather than doing these loggerheads of Atiku, Peter Obi, El Rufai, whatever, let's just concentrate and just look forward and learn from our lessons. And let's work united. I yield the mic. Thank you.
Yeah, the Lord, thanks. Chidi, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Go on.
Okay, hi, good day, everyone. So before I proceed with my submission, I have a question to ask. So this coalition, right? Is it done and dusted? Do we now have someone heading the ticket?
There's this Bloomberg article, I believe AI told us about it, but we are yet to confirm that publication anyway.
It is not done and dusted,
Okay.
please.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
The
So,
because
conversation
I
is still
also
even at
because I
infancy
also
level.
read that Bloomberg article. It just said that these major players have agreed to come together. And I have never, in fact, I have not been this angry in a very long time. Because tell me why a PDP person would now pick up his device and tweet. This is his tweet. I've been patiently waiting for a long time to finally say this. His Excellency Atiku is the next president and commander in chief of this country. His Excellency Peter Obi is the next vice president. You can take that to the bank. Why would he tweet this? This just cheapens the whole coalition talk. And my response to him was,
They are
that's what
controlling
I'm
your mind.
saying.
It's
And I
intentional. They
know,
are
and that is
controlling
what
your
I
mind. It's
responded to him,
intentional.
that this is just cheapening the whole coalition talk. I told him, even if, keyword being if, it's true, a more matured and let's make people take us seriously. A more mature way to do this would be the people involved to call like a world press conference and state it. Let people. Oh my God! Like I don't even know why. Like is it that people think this is like, oh, we're catching crews, or let's push out this propaganda to gauge reactions and then use the reactions as a bargaining chip for Atiku. Please, guys, this is 2027 and this is the battle for the soul of this country. We have to be serious about what we're doing. You see, the era of like propaganda or putting the cart before, we have to get serious. So now that it's that has been clarified that there's no one that is heading the ticket, I will go on with my submission. Now, and I've heard it so many times on this space. Politics is not about emotions. That is the most condescending phrase I have heard. People keep saying politics is not about emotions, but guess what? Making electoral choices as an electorate, as a voter, is about emotions, believe it or not. Now, do we need a coalition? Yes, I think we do. Will a coalition be helpful? Of course. At least from what I've gathered, though, it's not. I'm thinking that this is a pro-coalition space. The debate is not, oh, do we need, can this person go on his own? We have all agreed, I'm hoping, that yes, coalition is the way to go. The focus right now should be who should head it. And that should be the quality and direction of our conversations, not pushing out propaganda. Oh, Atiku is going to be the this. No, we have to and guys, please, we are youth of this country. We don't have to sit on our hands and allow the elites make the decision and then hand it over to us, and then we will swallow it and run with it. We should be able to take our destinies into our own hands, come together as youth, put all the permutations together and say, this is where we want, this is the direction we want to face. And the people with the elites or whoever we would have no option but to toe our line. We can't just what is wrong with us? I just feel like shaking us. Like, what is it? So we were just here on the space, over 500 of us, waiting for the coalition people to come out and say, okay, we, as in them, we have agreed. This is good. This person is going to head the ticket. This person is going to be the VP. And you don't think somehow at the back of your mind that they have already shared positions and all that. And then when the person goes in and starts acting like a mannequin, we will start dragging them. How? Like, make it make sense. Okay, so moving on. Contrary to what you know, because the reason why I decided to pick up the mic is to make a case for who I think should head the ticket. So first of all, and contrary to what people want to believe, the CPC and the ACN coalition that formed APC had a predetermined outcome to make Buhari head of the ticket. And why did they decide to go with Buhari? They decided Buhari was the person to head the ticket because he had a base and he had the numbers. What he needed at that time to win was the spread, which is like 25% in at least 24 states. So today, 2025, May 25th, May 21st, which politician in Nigeria today has both a loyal base and the numbers? We all know it is Peter Obi. We can't keep deceiving ourselves. So why would someone that has the numbers, that has the votes, that has a loyal base be a vice president to who? Who and why? No one politician in Nigeria has it all, even the current selected president. No one politician has it all. And when I say no one has it all, what I mean is that no one politician in Nigeria has a loyal base, has the numbers, the spread, the radicalism, or this person is not radical enough, the competence, capacity, integrity. No one has it all. And that is the beauty and essence of a coalition. A coalition simply means a group of people with the same interest come together, bring whatever value you have, bring whatever you're going to bring to, just bring what your value, bring what are you bringing to the table, bring it. If it's your structure you're bringing to the table, if it's your spread, if it's your funds, whatever you have, bring to the table, you are welcome. That is what a coalition is about. So to summarize, right? Peter, by virtue of the fact that he has a loyal and expanding base, contrary to what they want you to believe, the fact that he has a loyal base and the votes should head the coalition. It is a no-brainer. So whoever in the other room or the people wanting to front another person, believe it or not, is just for their selfish interest because the permutations and the numbers are not in his favor. Ask them whichever name that they keep constantly wanting to push out, they will tell you, oh, he has the capacity to win. Once you ask 2, 3 questions to get to the root cause, drill them down. How does he have the capacity? Their argument falls short. So another reason why it has to be Peter is he will bring excitement and energy to the ticket. Because right now going into 2027, the last thing that we need is voter apathy. We have to bring we have to pull out voters. Besides Peter, maybe I'm biased. Okay, newsflash, I'm obedient. Yes, maybe I am biased and I stand to be corrected. But besides Peter Obi, today, there is no other politician that will energize and excite the base. He did that in 2023. Guess what? There was I think it was an Al Jazeera report. By December of 2022, 10 million new voters registered. Never before done. 2 months to an election. 10 million new voters. Do you think that it was because of Kwakwanso or what's the name of Princess Chichi? No, it's because of Peter. He's the only person that can, ex- pull people out. And so let's not be like, oh, maybe Peter wants to, like, I am willing to even agree and concede that the North amongst themselves can agree. Sit down amongst yourself and choose a VP that will run with Peter. That's a no-brainer because I'm gonna be a realist, right? I don't expect maybe Peter to head the ticket and him himself, which although would have been ideal because I believe the person running the ticket should be able to choose his deputy. That way you choose someone that shares similar values with you. You guys are in sync, but right now, since it's a coalition, it's not an ideal situation. So the North can agree amongst themselves. Choose a VP. If my opinion is worth something, I would love for Kwakwanso to be the VP. But the question is, does he really want it? The reason why I would prefer a Kwakwanso is because he already has like the Kwakwansia movement, and that's why he's my choice. Lastly, Nigerians are largely primordial, right? The sentiment of religion and tribe is still there. We cannot sweep that under the rug. It is still there. The last thing the coalition needs during campaign period is the distraction of, oh, it's the turn of the South. Muslims cannot rule for 16 years straight. No, 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 no. We don't have time for like, and then because I trust the APC. Masters of distraction. That is when they will sponsor groups to say, oh, it's the turn of the South, Northern supremacy. No, 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 no. We cannot afford for this kind of distractions in 2027. And then there are if I, in my supposed exposed life, educated and all, is feeling like, especially when I read that tweet about, oh, XYZ is going to be the, you can imagine the people in the hinterland in southeast, south and middle belt that still believe that it is the turn of the South, because believe it or not, that sentiment is still strong. No matter how we want to twist ourselves into a pretzel to say, oh no, let's throw it to the North and then they'll do one term and bring it to the, no, that sentiment is still there. There are people that would want to curtail that. You know, see that northern pandering that I'm hearing on this space, that is only a northerner can. There are some people that will want to curtail that pandering and supremacy and will stick to whatever southern candidate that is on the ballot. Again, I'm going to repeat it. There are some people that will want to curtail that northern pandering and supremacy, meaning some people on this space are saying, "Oh, it has to go to the north." You know, the north, they will not really be comfortable voting someone from the south. You see, people will cast protest votes to make a statement that, look, this country is not going to be ruled by the North. Because right now, some people are giving them that impression that, yes, we hold the aces, we determine who will be president. And then there are some people that are waiting to say, you know what? This time around, no. So the earlier we put all of this into consideration, the better. Our reality is that the middle belt, you see, not even not, you see that F word, because I don't want to say the name of the tribe, but you see that F, they don't want to hear it now. After surviving 8 years of Buhari, that they are not ready. If you guys have friends in the middle belt, you guys, especially people that are pushing a particular. Do you guys even do opinion polls? Do you guys speak to people on the street, or you guys are just willing to go the route of what the elites want? Do you guys have friends, pressure groups like WhatsApp group? Do you guys sample people's opinions? There are people in the middle belt that are not. They will not, at least for the next 4 years, they will not vote anyone that his tribe starts with F. Take that to the bank. And again, they don't want a 16-year straight Muslim president in a multi-religious country. Why? That is why, to me, I feel, if we're being serious, because that's why before I started my submission, I'm like, is it a done deal? Because I feel if it's already a done deal, let us not waste our time. Let us close shop and go home. However, if it's not a done deal and people are still in conversations, the people involved, go to the street and speak to people before you front a person, so that it does not backfire. Now, the person that they have been pushing for the past like couple days, that, oh, he's the person going to head it, because, and that's another confusing part. And sorry, I'm going to round up in a minute. I don't want to hug the mic. And that's the confusing thing I hear on this space. The unspoken word is almost as if coalition equals to Atiku. I might be wrong, oh, but that is my impression. Coalition equals to Atiku. Now, let's go there. Assuming it's Atiku, have you guys considered? Do you guys remember that Achimugu guy? During 2023 election period, that he was that the Achimugu was Atiku's ex-aide. During the campaign period 2023, he was releasing private voice recordings and emails between him and his ex principal, Atiku. Right now, he works for this administration. Was he selected to work for this administration because, oh, he's a nice chap with a nice resume? No, he is working for them for a job well done. My worry is, if Atiku is heading the ticket, we do not know what this guy has in his arsenal. So imagine during campaign period, when we should be focused on like issue-based campaigns, of which I don't even know what Atiku's ideology is. Instead of us to be focusing on issue-based campaigns, the way, Peter Obi does his stuff, where now he will release a voicemail or a voice recording of XYZ, and then we're now scrambling to put out fires. Nobody has time, nobody has energy for all that. Nobody. And then another reason is this. To me, personally, my perception of Atiku, I do not know him very well. So my perception, which I might be wrong, and I'm willing to take that responsibility if I'm wrong, is that I see him as a soft life politician, somebody that doesn't want stress. I've never really observed him with that grit, ready to pull his sleeve up, to put in the work. He's always in his neat, well-pressed agbada with his shoes shining. Even if you go through his Twitter feed or his timeline, is always, oh, I hosted this person in my house. These people came to pay homage to me. I invited. When have you gone out to mingle with everyday Nigerians? If he has, please, someone prove me wrong. Pull up the tweet where, besides him, like maybe graduation in his school or something, that he's like mingled with everyday Nigerians. We don't know who he is. He seems too elitist. He seems inaccessible. He seems closed off. To me, he seems like Buhari 2.0, meaning he surrounds himself with his bottom line is he's not accessible. So, in summary, please, guys, whoever is in charge or has the ears of people thinking about those that would, the person that would head the ticket, like what some of my brothers would say, politics is not about emotions, right? That's how you guys say it. Likewise, choosing a coalition head or whoever will head the ticket is not about emotions. You guys go to the streets, take polls, feel people's pearls. We don't have time to waste in 2027. But if you guys insist that it's going to be whoever you guys are fronting now, he should go out and test his popularity. I wish him good luck. Thank you, guys. I yield the mic.
Fidelity, just a few moments here. I think that, so I just wanted to, like, to the point you made about if they have made decision. So this coalition talk didn't start today. It has been on since last year, yeah, when leaders started coming together to actually discuss the possibility of working together. So, and like I said, there were 6 groups earlier. The Kwankwaso was part of that group before Kwankwaso made it clear to the coalition that he doesn't want to be part of the talks, and he pulled out, right? So there are remaining 5 groups. As of today, they had not even chosen the platform where they are going to coalesce on. There was a poll, opinion polls, they've carried out opinion polls, and the report have been submitted to the coalition as to, first of all, the party that they should use. And that coalition, the report came out with SDP and ADC as either of the parties that they should use, or they register a new party. As of today, nobody has talked about anybody as a candidate, not to talk of VP or whatever position. So you see, all this balderdash you see on the media is a simple fabrication of the PDP guys just to force the hand of Obi or create the impression that there's an agreement anywhere. I can tell you categorically, authoritatively, as somebody that is aware of what is happening, that there is no agreement between anybody and anybody as of today. I yield. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Jack. Chekube, are you there?
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Thank you.
go on, go on.
All right. Before I would like to say one or two things before I start. Can you hear me clearly? Can you hear me? Okay, good. So I would like to say this, use this parallel because as an Igbo man, our people, before we break on or not, we make some parables. Our people used to say, a person will not know where rain start the beat am, you no go know where the rain stop. Africa, the way it happened in Africa is not the way it happened in Europe. We have traditional politics, and that is what is playing out in Nigeria. And I haven't said that we have traditional politics because me personally, I became active Nigeria politics in 2022, and since then I have learned few things in Nigeria politics because I believe that you know, any Nigerian can contest for election and lead in whatever position in any place. But since I became active on this platform, I have learned some things from people, especially all these political people. Yeah, I have learned a lot of things. And I haven't said this. I think Atiku Abubakar is not a good leader. Why do I say he's not? It's not about politics or collusion. He's not a good leader because a good leader should know when to contest and when not to contest. He doesn't calculate. All he knows is that he just wants to be president. I will trace back in 2015. 2015, Atiku Abubakar joined APC and formed coalition that unseat Jonathan. And he was in the PDP. Why not he stay in the PDP in 2015? Allow Jonathan to rule. And after Jonathan, he can take it from there. In 2015, Atiku Abubakar, after 2015, Atiku Abubakar joined a PDP back 2019 to contest to become president, to unseat the same Buhari that he put there. Is it not madness? I don't even know that this man get a supporter. I'm surprised, but I'm not surprised, Sha. If Hitler is alive, he will have a supporter. Because how do people reason at all? 2015, Atiku Abubakar joined with APC. He was deceived by APC Southwest. Let me just talk him. If anybody's afraid to say it, I will say it. He was deceived by APC Southwest. He joined coalition to unseat Jonathan. They level all kind of propaganda, media propaganda everywhere to unseat Jonathan. After 2015, Atiku Abubakar didn't learn lesson. He joined a PDP to unseat Buhari, the same Buhari that you put there. The same Buhari that know your secrets. Buhari and Tinubu know Atiku Abubakar's secrets. That's why you see them every day on this platform. They level all kind of propaganda against Peter Obi. Tinubu know nothing, more or nothing about Peter Obi. Obi is a man that is, in fact, Obi is a man of calculation. He doesn't forget data easily. That's why it is very hard for them. Whenever they take picture with him and whatever they do activity, you see them monitoring him, using their media or releasing propaganda. Many people don't understand what is happening on this media. Many people are using Obi to eat. Do you know how much is being releasing to these guys? They're eating enough soup because of Obi. Every day media, somebody, a full grown-up man, 24 hours, person where he met day for Alaba International. Everywhere they hustle for money. Every morning they on keyboard. Obi. You think they are not eating? They are eating. Are you paying their bill? They are eating food. Obi is the food they eat. Many of you don't know this. And okay, let's go to Atiku Abubakar. 2019, Atiku Abubakar contest to unseat Buhari. Buhari that him Atiku and Tinubu sit down together, plan with propaganda, with all kind of propaganda to unseat Jonathan. 2019, Buhari, Atiku want to remove Buhari and sit down as president. Is it possible? Okay, 2019 don't go. Fast forward 2023. Atiku Abubakar yet do not learn anything. He has a mistake to correct in that 2019, but in 2019 he don't learn anything. He come again to be. Let Peter lead it. If believe me, if Peter had lead the decade and successfully, because APC use hunger and the whatever it may call it to destroy this country. Obi has the fairest chance to become president in 2023. But no, Atiku Abubakar want to be president. After Buhari, he want the president to go to north, to go to another man. It doesn't make sense to you people. Let's be honest to ourselves. 2019, Atiku Abubakar. 2023, Atiku Abubakar want to be president again. And then after 2023, 2027 now, these idiots now, jobless people who are looking money to eat, are now pushing him again. Come and contest, so you go win. How? How will you win 22? How will anybody with him brain together think Abubakar will become a president in 2027? Is it possible? It's not possible. You are wasting your time. And these boys are looking for money. They are jobless morons. The same Obi they take 2022, 2023 till today. They are attacking Peter Obi. The attack on PDP boys is reducing because they think Obi is coming to rescue them, to make their destiny work, to make them become that SSA or media they want to become, by all means. That's why you see them. They attack. You take 2023, 2022, 23, attacking Peter Obi till now. Now you want Atiku Abubakar to come again. And I have said from when I started that Nigeria has a traditional politics, power rotation. Now you think Atiku Abubakar can lead the ticket. The truth is that Peter Obi, Atiku Abubakar see Peter Obi as a destiny child, as a child for his ambition to be. This guy is, honestly speaking, the thing doesn't make sense to me. How can you be talking to Atiku Abubakar? This guy just want to collect money. Okay, look at people like Dele Mahmoud that I respect so much. Anyway, it's politics, I keep people say it's politics. He's pushing Atiku Abubakar. Let me tell you the truth. You see Fayemi, Dele, all those guys with the system, they know the truth. They know what they are pushing Atiku now is to collect more money. Atiku has money day. Atiku money no fit finish you. And I tell you, what they are pushing this man now is for him to bring more dollars, share money. PDP share the money. That's what they're doing. So Atiku will bring more money so that these people will shop, and Tinubu will remain, will win again. The collusion or no collusion, the truth is this: Nigeria does not have free, fair electoral system. Nigeria is underdeveloped country. It's a developing country. I cannot even call it a developing country. It's an underdeveloped country, and we have not gotten it right. That is just the truth. But if there is a free, fair election, even me that is talking, I will campaign and win. I am telling you, I will go to every end in Nigeria, every village in Nigeria, and campaign. I will tell people, I will talk to the youth. There are still people who have their brain together. I will talk to the youth. I will tell them what it means to be a leader. And I'll get a number. That's why when I look at one comedian called Showore, I just laugh. You want to be president, you want to lead. You cannot talk to people. What you do is every day is propaganda. You make a video of you insulting a policeman, you post online. People are clapping for you that you are a strong man. That is not leadership. If you want to lead, I have contested the election in the lower levels, in the school days, and I know what it means to be a leader. Forget about mediocrity and nonsense people are posting online. If you want to be a leader anywhere you find yourself, put yourself as a leader. Don't be a boss. Talk to people. Not be one moron. We say in too big to appear for media and to talk to people. It cannot be. A leader must be humble. You are not running your personal enterprise. You have to talk to people in a voice they understand, and before you get what you want. That's how to be a leader. A leader. As a leader, you will displease yourself to please people. You make sure. It's just like our gathering in Igbo land. You go to burial or you go to occasion, traditional wedding, and they appoint you to share rice, and you started keeping the one where you go chop first. You go chop. You go first of all share people. Make people they satisfied before you. That's a leader. So what am I trying to say? What I'm trying to say is that all these boys are not interested. Okay, now it's just Atiku Abubakar, just like you say now, you just come out and say Shawore want to be president. Shawore is not interested in the president. What he's interested is he uses his media headline to fight opposition for his man to remain there. That's what they're doing. So anybody that is saying Atiku Abubakar to lead the ticket and Peter Obi to be vice president, honestly speaking, if not because of civilization and government, we need to bring the person, put the person on the table, give him a stroke of cane. If not 5, at least 10. For him bomb, make the person think straight. How can you say Atiku Abubakar will lead the ticket and Peter Obi will be vice president? How? And you think they will get the numbers? Look at the last election. Let's judge with the last election. We all have eyes. We all have sense. From the last election, it will be a man who raised a dead party under the period of 8 months to get 6.1 million votes without governor and senator, no rep, nothing. Even Atiku Abubakar come online and make one stupid mockery statement. From that statement he made, I don't believe that he even get in touch with before. Anyway, you people call it politics. 4 people to wait in a room. How can they get Obi? Some of them serve on this space now. Say Obi cannot get 3 votes. I just they laugh. The same man now you are crying every day. Peter Obi. They use Peter Obi swear for you. Yeah? For the fact that me personally, I love the way they are calling Obi. I want Obi name to remain in media. See, even since 2023, I want his name to remain in media. I love it. But let us talk to this guy first. How do you consider yourself after you say all nonsense you say? You just come here and telling us Obi. Do you have your brain together? So many people in the PDP does not have brain to think. This is just the truth. If you listen to look at there's one Aboki they call, I don't forget that one. If that one tweet like this, that one from Kogi, if you talk like you go to ask yourself, what are these person brain they normal? Politics, we are learning from politics. And that's why you see all these political psychophants, they don't get anything at the end of the day. Even if that person they are dying to support come in power, they won't give them position because they will remain irrelevant to the end of the day. Politicians are wise. Politicians are genuine. They are very calculative and wise. When you are a moron, they know you, and they will never take you serious. So what I'm trying to say is that the collusion, Obi is the only way. Obi is the only way Atiku Abubakar can make a presidency. If Obi become president, if Obi emerge as a flag bearer of any political party, major one or minor, and lead party, Obi will win election. The presidency know this. You see the statement this guy, Minister of Work, made yesterday, David Umahi. It's almost like he was on his knee crying about Peter Obi. Join Tinubu support. You don't know what is going on. You don't know. The only opposition in Nigeria is Peter Obi. Forget about Atiku, all this noise. Obi is the only opposition in Nigeria. And if any collusion is forming in Nigeria without Obi name mentioned, that is not collusion. What do you want from? What do you want to do? What do you want to do? Who will lead the collusion without Obi? Who? Who is the person? This guy go lead them. I don't even know. And the truth is that they will not tell you. All these people that are asking about who's leading collusion, even people that are forming, even the principal in the PDP, in the Labour Party, and all the minority parties that are forming, they will not tell you. They don't need to tell you who will lead the collusion. They will keep on confusing you. They will not tell you. It's just like after the death of Pope, you want them to come and announce who will be the next Pope. They will carry you by surprise. They will not tell you who will lead the collusion now. And I know that any collusion they are leading with Peter Obi is dead on arrival. Because nobody from the north will stand now. And let me tell you this, if you know, after 2027, even if Tinubu win the election, 2027, after 2027, next election in Nigeria has become a thing of caricature. Tinubu will carry his loyalists in the north and run along with it. His loyalist is going to be the next president of Nigeria after him. I will see how difficult, and this is time for Atiku and his political statement or principle, whatever. This is the time for them to make the final call. Let us tell ourselves the truth. If they don't unseat Tinubu now, in this 2027, they have the chance to do that. And if they're not teaming against Tinubu, after 2027, Tinubu will bring their worst enemy, their worst political enemy, and make him flag bearer in APC, and they'll win. And Nigeria is finally turning to one party state. So it's election politics is on our calculation. That's why people praise Jagaban. All this why is it that Jagaban doesn't have money to contest for election, or is it that he's not interested to be president? But he's interested. But he knows that it is a right time for somebody in the southern Nigeria to pick a ticket. And in 2023, he picked the ticket. And everybody in the north, almost people in the north, principals supported him. That's how politics work. Atiku doesn't have that one. So if you think Atiku is going to be, you doing all this Atiku, I don't even bring Atiku in political calculation, in political discourse, because the man, it seems the man don't understand politics. Okay, look at you, ask yourself a question. See the kind of people surrounded Atiku. People like Reno Mukri, Dale and Bowala, these are people that are surrounded with Atiku. What you calling them? Former governor of Delta State, Okowa. Look, just look at these people, safe. Look at these people. These are people that surrounded Atiku. After election, you don't even know whether he reached 6 months. Daniel Bowala moved to APC. Reno Mukri, president APC. Vice President Atiku VP joined APC. What is going on? And this is the same Atiku. You want to come and lead ticket. Honestly speaking, may God forgive some of you. May God Almighty forgive you. Because you come, the way you they talk, like if not be internet, we will bring you for table. Like the way we used to do it for Omona, we'll go flog your nyash. Make you get sent by force. Go and look for work. Let me say it here. Go and find work. You won't eat Atiku money again. Time for dollars is gone. And Obi is not going to give you anything. All these people you see online here supporting Obi, they are doing it the free way. Obi is not buying data for anybody here. You can't eat, your door has closed. Go and look for work. Wike has finally destroyed PDP. Finally, Wike has destroyed PDP. There is nothing left in PDP. So your door of eating money, the years of eating money is gone. You won't eat. And so it's better for you to join APC right now. You have chance to join APC so that we know how many people remain. Because you won't eat Atiku money. Time for eating Atiku money is gone. Delegate money will reduce. 2027, it will reduce, believe me. Nigeria election 2027 will be between Nigerians and the politicians. All right? So if you are waiting for Atiku to come down from Dubai and bring hard currency and exchange so that you start eating again, you won't eat again. Go and look for work. There are so much work. You can push barrel. No. Let me
Land
finish.
this
I'm
your
running up.
plane. This
Just a
your
minute.
plane go crash. This your plane go
A
crash.
minute, I'll
Just
round up.
land.
A minute, I'll round up. You can push wheelbarrow. It pays well. People push wheelbarrow. They are making money. You can drive Okada. You can be driving keke na pepe. There is money there. Some people that drive keke na pepe, they make more money than bankers. Some people that drive Okada, they are making money. So many money. You can be selling sugarcane. You can be
I
selling
can help.
popcorn or ice cream.
I can
Huh?
help arrange for higher purchase, I beg.
Okay, thank you very much. This is why, oh my God, this is why I love obedience. This is why I love my people. They are always there to support you. This is the new Nigeria we're talking about. There are so many things, and we are here to help you. Many things you can do. You can even come to Apapa. You can follow some agent as stewardess or freight forwarders, carry fine around. At the end of the day, you see money to eat food. Leave Atiku alone. No more dollars. You can't eat again. I'm telling you, you will cry. You will cry. Nobody's going to give you food to eat. You can sell mama put. Problem is now is that young boys and young girls of nowadays are lazy. You can sell mama put. You can sell fast food. Early in the morning, wake up. That money you used to wake up to tweet propaganda about Peter Obi or about whatever. You use it to wake up in the morning. You sell Indomie. You sell everything. And you will be making your money. Fast food, you make your money. You rush to market, you buy more food, you make your money. What is all this? I hear my mic, Jare. Let another person talk.
Yeah, Chekube, thank you. Anyway, me, just to add a little bit, is I don't think it's about where you are from or maybe which tribe you are from. I think it's about credibility anyway, the most credible candidate. And of the declared people of interest or person of interest, I think the most credible candidate right now is Peter Obi. Unless the status quo changes. So anyway, metaphor, are you still there? You have the mic.
Bro, sorry, just a second. A second, sorry. Politics, I know what you said, right? That's what I said when I started. I said Nigeria has a traditional politics. In UK, for example, somebody from India, Africa can go and head a position. I know that in Europe and America, but Africa, here in Nigeria, culture is people's ways of life. Nigeria has a traditional politics of rotational of power. That's what I said. So I believe that anybody, regardless of culture, tribe, religion, can do well. In fact, let me tell you, I believe that somebody is not from my community should be a PG of my community, so that when the person did not do well, we will join hand and deal with the person than our own. So I believe it, but it doesn't work in Nigeria, unfortunately, right? So Nigeria has a traditional politics of rotation. These people, it is their turn to lead. These people, that is one thing about Nigeria. And it's there. Whether we pretend it's not there, it's there. That's what I'm saying, okay? Thank you.
Okay, yeah, thank you, Chekwe. Metaphor, are
I
you?
thought I was supposed to speak before Metaphor, but it's fine.
Oh, yeah, you go after Metaphor. Metaphor, are you still there?
Yes, I'm right here. Thank you. Am I audible?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, thanks for giving me the mic. Um, I want to lodge an argument attacking this coalition. So please bear with me. My argument is basically to demonstrate that coalition is not a determining factor for victory. And let me bring this argument from trying to define what democracy is really. Basically, democracy is derived from the Greek word demos and kratos. Demos to mean people or citizen, and kratos to mean power. So basically, democracy is in terms of governance. Democracy is a system of government where the people basically hold the power. Imagine you wake up one day and you are told that you're actually the chief executive officer of a very large corporation. That perhaps your father or your parents left for you that you did not know, and that you are the actual boss of that corporation. I don't know how people will feel, but I think someone like me will be like, oh wow. So yeah, so I actually own this large business, and all the people that are employed there, yeah, I control who is employed and who is not employed. So by the definition of democracy, the people are actually the government, and the people working in government are their employees. That's to say that the Nigerian people are the government. From the president to every other government official are people in government that the Nigerian people employed. Nigerian people are the employer. The people in government are your employees. So how do you employ them? You employ them during an election process where you choose who you want to serve you at every specific point in time. So I am here to say that it is the people that determine who serves them, not a coalition. So democracy is government of the people, by the people, and for the people. Democracy is not government of the oligarchs, for the oligarchs, and by the oligarchs. So I think with that in mind, we should simply just know that if Tinubu will be unseated in 2027, it's the people that made that happen, not necessarily a coalition. Now, I do understand that coalition has some of its perks, advantages in that some of these people, have supporter bases. Yeah, of course, that does make sense. And if they do come, they come with their supporter base. And so they all come together, bringing all their supporter base to create a whole bunch, to, hopefully unseat the current government. But many of the people that brought this argument have brought the argument from the result that INEC gave in 2023. And people like me know that that result was a rigged result. The result was not based on the actual voting that happened in 2023. It was rigged. So any argument that comes from that result, in my opinion, has failed already. We cannot use that result as a yardstick to determine whether a coalition will unseat the current government in 2027, because that result was a rigged result. If the result was based on the true reflection of the voting, then I might align with many of the arguments I've heard. But it wasn't. So I cannot rely on that to determine whether a coalition will unseat this government. Yeah. So, but I think the Nigerian people really need to change their mindset. They need to recognize that since Nigeria operates a democratic system, that the people are actually the government, not their elites. So if their governors or elites are gallivanting from one party to the other, that shouldn't even shake the people. The people shouldn't even be bothered, because ultimately it's the people that will decide if they want this so-called elite to continue to serve them in government or not. Yeah, but unfortunately, I find that a lot of Nigerians don't have this mindset. They are already worried that governors are defecting. Elites are moving from one party to the other, running to APC. I'm sorry to say to you guys, but when you think like that, then you are defeated already. You don't even know that you are the owner of the government. As in, you are the government. You don't know. I want to appeal to us to take this message to common Nigerians on the streets. I think a lot of Nigerians on the street don't even know that they are the government. If they know, if that revelation hits them like a brick on their face, they will realize that okay, actually, even Tinubu in that office, they are the one that put him there. They are the one that employed him. And if he has not done right by them for 4 years, they can just sack him. Yeah, I have been fired before many years ago when I was in Tesco's, and I remember when I was still a student and I was working in Tesco's. I was always waking up very early in the morning. So a few times I was too tired after clubbing and I got there late and my boss fired me. I'm just trying to use simple words so that we can know that we are the actual employers, and the people working in the office, from the president to the least government official in Nigeria, we employed them. And all you need to do is decide that, okay, we want to continue to keep you in that job into 2031, or no, we don't want to continue to keep you in that job. You've messed up, you've not performed well, and we want this person to replace you. That's all I'm just trying to say. A coalition is not the determining factor. It's the Nigerian people is the determining factor. If I was 20 million Nigerians, if me, metaphor, was 20 million Nigerians, okay, I just reserve my comment because this is a piece of cake. The 20 million of me will just walk there on the voting day and vote for the candidate that we want and ensure that our vote counts. And we will monitor the entire process until the result, is released. So it is the people. If the people overwhelmingly come out in millions and decide that this is the candidate that we want to employ to serve us into another 4 years, then the people's voice will be heard. It is not a coalition that can determine any win. That's just all I'm trying to do. The argument I'm trying to bring here. In fact, many of the supporters base, or like people like me that I'm a diehard Peter Obi supporter, if I see Peter Obi comes behind any candidate, especially the candidate like Atiku, I will walk away. I will not vote for him. I will just go back to the person I voted for before, Kingsley Moghalu, because Kingsley Moghalu is my very good friend. He's a very good senior brother. I'll just go back to him. You see, people like me, I don't care. In 2019, I voted for YPP. In fact, there were only 3 of us. I don't care. I will just vote for someone I believe has the ability to do the job. I'll just go back to my small group. I will vote for Kingsley Moghalu if he runs, or I'll just sit down where I am, because I will not support anyone that just wants to grab power. Oh, I finally grab power. Nigeria is in dire strait right now. Nigeria economy is in dire strait, and we need technocrats. We need people that can take Nigeria from where it is into the future. This is a serious matter that we're in right now. I think all of you know the situation that Nigeria is in right now. Do millions of Nigerians on the street understand this? Do they understand that the people they employed are not doing their job? So if with Nigerians on the street, and I mean millions of Nigerians on the street, just understand this basic idea that they are the employer and the people they employed are not doing their job, they will just sack them. Period. Yeah. So if me, that is a Peter Obi supporter, see Peter Obi as a vice president, I would walk away. I will not vote for him. And that means he has lost a vote. I don't know about other people. But all I'm just trying to tell you that even the coalition does not bring victory because many supporters base can walk away from the candidate if they're not happy with the coalition. They can walk away from them. Yeah, and I'm only trying to make us see that it is the people of Nigeria that are actually the determining factor. I think we should concentrate in convincing the people that these current employees have not done their job and they need to be replaced in 2027. If we're able to convince millions of Nigerians in this understanding, we will get a victory. No doubt. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, metaphor. Thank you. I think that argument is top notch. Anyway, thanks so much. Paul Edoze, you have the mic. Are you still there? Paul, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Go
Oh,
on.
Thank you very much.
hold on. I'm back now. Just have some rest. Wow. So it seems like the space is really like getting interesting now. Yeah. Paul. You have the mic. Go ahead.
Thank you. So, what I want to say is, I think it's obvious. For me, I think it's obvious. It's obvious we already have a candidate. So, I'm not bothered. I'm not bothered when I saw the whole news about the whole Atiku, the whole collation issue about Atiku and stuff like that. I wasn't bothered. And the reason why I wasn't bothered is because it's obvious, like every other speakers have been saying, it's all about what you're bringing to the table. And also, it's all about body language. And if you have been following the body language, you can see, and everybody is visible. We are still seeing what Peter Obi is doing. He's still going around educating people, reaching out to the grassroots, talking to people, telling people what he wants to do. Even till now, he's still tweeting every day about the Nigeria situation, and that is what a leader does. So, for the Atiku issue and the Atiku boys and what they are doing on the timeline, just like what other speakers have said, it's just them working for their money. It's like you know what this Nigeria thing have actually changed this whole political thing. They've actually changed it to like a banter stuff, like maybe they think it's an entertainment thing. And I think that is what they are doing. Even Atiku himself knows that Peter Obi is the way forward. Even if he decides to want to be a president, if he genuinely wants to say he wants to be a president before he dies, he's still Peter Obi. Because if we want to follow the rotation policy, the South still has 4 years, and which you have already jumped in 2003, which is the last election, by refusing to support Peter Obi, which you could have done if genuinely what the PDP boys were saying, that if they are zoning to the southeast, that Atiku wouldn't have contested. If Atiku actually wanted to support Peter Obi, then he could have actually done that in 2003, but he didn't do that. But right now that they're talking about this coalition, I know already, and I know it's a fact, that Peter Obi is going to be the one heading that coalition. Like, if anybody is saying anything otherwise, I'm not even bothered. I just know that they are just working. They need to work. They need to tweet. They need to do something so that they will earn their pay. Like Peter Obi rightly said, 20,000. They need to earn that money. So that's what they are doing. So I don't want us to be distracted by, emotion, carried away, like, no, because there is no way even Peter Obi himself, it means that we are not even giving Peter Obi his credit. For any obedient or anybody to be saying, if Peter Obi takes vice president, I will not vote. Come on. Do you think logically that even Peter Obi himself will take vice president? If you are saying that if Peter Obi takes vice president, I walk away, it means that you are not even giving Peter Obi his credit, because Peter Obi that I know, Peter Obi that I have been following for quite some time, for the past years, I know he's not going to settle for a vice president role. Rather, for him to be a vice president, he rather sit out the election and do what he has been doing. That is what Peter Obi will do. So that is not even in the question. When we're talking about the coalition, we already know what I think the coalition is trying to settle right now should be the person that is going to run alongside Peter Obi. And I think maybe what they are even bargaining about right now might be the person that suits Peter Obi. And I think that is even the conversation right now. So whatever thing the these bouncer things now, these guys, like I said, just like these APC boys are also doing, they don't understand that politics, they don't understand that their life is what they are bantering with. Because we have 4 years of your life now is being wasted. If you look at the trajectory of everything that's going on in the country, nothing is working, nothing is developing, nothing. Right since 2015, nothing has been working. And that is where, for Atiku, if I want to say anything about him, I know he knows that, and he knows he has already made a mistake. He already made that mistake in 2015. That was the realistic chance he had to actually become the president of this country if genuinely wanted. He should have supported Jonathan, allow Jonathan finish his year, and then run for the other 4 years. But he didn't do that. He switched to APC, and he made a mistake there. And I know as a man and as a human being, all the time you always look at some of the mistakes you make, and he knows he has already made that mistake. He tried to unseat Buhari, he didn't succeed. He's done. He's already 81 years old, 81 years old. So he already knows. So let us not let these PDP boys walk you guys. By now, we've already been in this game since 2003 till now. So you already know these guys. But kudos to every other obedient that also talk these people down. When they try to bring that their propaganda, you talk them down. But don't get too work out. We already know already. The reason, if you see the whole, I think the picture I saw with Erufai and Peter Obi, that was conversation, because Erufai already knows this is the guy we are choosing. So maybe they are trying to have a conversation on, like, trying to know his ideology. Maybe they were not that close. Now they're trying to, know each other and stuff like that. So in terms of this coalition, I think it's already settled. So let us not be saying if Peter Obi does not get it, if they give Peter Obi vice president. Even if you as an obedient is saying if Peter Obi takes a vice president, that means you are already talking down on Peter Obi himself. If any PDP guys talk this thing, you just laugh, you just relax, just say, take your money and relax. That's what they are paid to do. Sometimes, if they're not even paid, they are boring. They don't have anything to do. They want to type. They want to have the Twitter money. In case if Atiku is not giving them money, they still want to earn money for Twitter. And they know that obedient will always come on board. Obedient will always want to counter. So they will just like, okay, what would I do to get some engagement right now? Okay, let me just talk about Peter Obi. And then they do what they want to do. So I don't want you guys to be bothered. I think this coalition is already done and is already settled. What they are trying to settle on is the vice president. I yield my mic. Thank you.
Yeah, it seems like the coalition is pretty much almost done. Just for it to be officially announced. So let's keep the topic to that. It's pretty much right now like who's gonna be president and who's gonna be vice president, and for the coalition to be officially announced. That's pretty much. So honestly, I don't think that you know um I'm going after one political candidates or the other, and the supporters are really like necessary right now. The coalition is pretty much formed. Um, so pretty much it would make sense to have a united front, to try to win. That should be the focus and to save the country. That should be the focus right now. Yeah. Um, Sweet Angel and Hustling. Who is next?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Somebody
w-
DM saying we only put obedience. Don't
Yeah, actually,
that's not
um, as the space goes on, I'm gonna have like new co-host. My space is like a neutral space, so anyone can come, regardless of your political affiliation or no party at all. Everyone is welcome on my space. Yes. So
You guys, let me go down so you can bring more people up. Thank you.
Okay, yeah. We have Malam, Alienex, Mimi, and Nidu by this line. We have Malam Bati side. Malam, if you
Yes.
are there,
Thank,
you can go on.
yeah, thank you. Please confirm you can hear me. Oh, okay, good. Thank you, hosts and the co-hosts, and every other person around, on this space. I mean, a lot has been said. In fact, it got to a point where um, a lot of the things I had in my head that I was preparing to say were, literally put in better perspective than I would have put it. So I actually had to narrow down my submission to sort of like AOB, any other business. And one of it is I was just thinking in my mind that I mean this article leading the ticket and Obi being vice. Where did they come from? Because I don't think Atiku, made any such comment. If you listen to any of his speeches, he's just always been, he's ready to lead a coalition that will unseat Tinubu. I think that was the closest he came. He did not say specifically that Peter Obi has agreed to be my vice. So, and that now made me
Sorry,
to,
sorry, sorry, Malam. I would like to go down. Have to attend to some other thing. Thank you so much, guys.
thank you for
Thank
hosting. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah, Malam, go on. Yeah, thanks.
okay. All right then. Okay, so I was just now thinking that immediately this news came out, except it's proven otherwise. I actually think this might be coming from the APC to use this propaganda to set up Atiku and Obi's camp to start abusing each other, and then create some sort of disaffection that will possibly lead to people getting disgruntled and then backing out of the coalition. Because, of course, we've heard on these places where people say obedience are too arrogant. And we've heard a lot of things being said about Atiku and his supporters, which, if we're being honest, some of them might not like. And then some of them that are extremists will probably say, "Oh, is this what these people think about us? Okay, go and be doing your coalition. I'm out of here. I mean, this is what they said about you, obedient. This is how you. So I'm just thinking that because the same people that are creating problems everywhere they find a risk or a potential that something important can come up in form of opposition in 2027, they try to put out that fire. I mean, look at what Abure and INEC essentially is doing with Labour Party. Look at what Wike is doing with PDP. Where else? I mean, everywhere you have anything brewing, APC, I think that's their strategy now. They just try to kill it at the embryonic stage. And I won't put it past them to also be targeting this coalition to try as much as possible to make it a deal, dead on arrival, right? Because when you hear some people speak so confidently and so arrogantly about why they think the best thing is for, I mean, I'm not going to mention Atiku will be in this one, is for a northerner to lead the coalition against Tinubu in 2027. You obviously know that there cannot be any kind of sincerity in that. If even if you don't like Peter Obi, I expect that you should be pushing for another Southerner. If you are really serious about going against Tinubu and competing favorably in 2027, it's obvious. It's just common sense that you cannot expect to win an election against an incumbent who is a Southerner who knows his game by fielding a northern candidate. The message is simple. They will just tell everybody that look, these northerners are always in the habit of not, they're always not, not willing to wait their turn. They're always impatient. They believe that power must be, must always be in the north. All of those narratives are the things that APC is going to use to get emotional votes. You'll be shocked. A lot of people are going to forget that they are hungry, and they will start looking at existential threat. That look, you see, this country belongs to all of us. Even if we're hungry and we have all these other problems, it doesn't now mean that we should be slaves in our own country. You'll be shocked. You think is everybody that is of the opinion that it's not everybody that has that understanding. So we just need to stop wasting our time. I think that these are all distractions because there's a lot of work to be done, in 2027. We still need to do an after-action review of what happened in 2023, what were the mistakes, and what were the lessons learned, and how are we going to use that to formulate the strategy towards 2027. I expect us by now to be talking about the 176,000 polling units, and we should be doing some serious mapping to ensure that, regardless of what happens to the Electoral Act and what's going on around there, we need to have to be able to extract the genuine Form EC8A that will now be forwarded to a mega collation center, because we've used these words coalition, collation, collusion. But for me, it's the collation center that matters. I actually believe that nobody can take the elections away from you if you have the authentic Form EC8As complete in your collation center, the mega collation center, and you have your numbers tabulated, and then you have a structure similar to that of INEC, just that, that hierarchy like that. So if INEC, at every level, if INEC is talking nonsense, you show the original thing, and it will be there on the social media and all of that. So I believe that these guys are evil geniuses. They are looking for all kinds of ways to make sure that we're not able to focus on what truly matters, which really is forging ahead with the strategy of, strategy about how power will return to the people in 2027. As it stands, power belongs to the politicians. That's why the current government finds it very easy to squeeze the people and give more money to the politicians. And, evidently, you can see that all of the politicians, nobody wants Tinubu to go because he's their man. He doesn't send the citizens because he knows that citizens don't have a voice. And he knows that most likely we'll not be able to come together like some of us have demonstrated on this place. So he's just trying to put his money where his mouth is. That look, these politicians are the ones that will save me. They are the ones that will speak for me. I better leave these Nigerians alone, take more taxes from them, and bless the politicians. And it's playing out. So, long and short of my story is that I hope this distraction goes away, as quickly as possible, so that we can then now start to focus on what truly matters, which is how can we ensure that in 2027 our votes count. We can then start to plan, to strategize. Do I have my PVC? If I don't have my PVC, how do I get it? Am I going to vote in 2027? If I'm not going to be able to vote, how can I influence 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 people to be able to vote? Because at the end of the day, these are the things that truly matter. no matter how much coalition people form and whatever, if you are not prepared, if you are not empowered to be able to vote, then it all goes to nothing, right? So I genuinely believe that this distraction is actually, in my opinion, it's not coming from PDP camp. It's actually coming from APC sponsored, whatever you call them, to ensure that people are not able to focus on what truly matters. I can guarantee you that after this, something else will come up that will just to ensure that all the time runs out, all the time, the time will just elapse. And before you know it, you are facing the elections and you don't have any serious organization, you don't have any serious plan to be able to, get to the finish line. And then you just probably just put on something hurriedly and just have a makeshift structure, and then we end up blaming ourselves again that, oh, you didn't do that, you didn't cover that, and then Tinubu remains in power. So that's just the piece I wanted to put in, that yes, we should discuss these things, but I actually feel that they are just distractions and more will come. Thank you. I yield.
Mr. Day, thank you for accepting the co-host. I wanted to balance it up. Yeah, so it was by design. Thank you. Go ahead. This space has actually I found this space running around like 4 a.m. my time. So it's a very long space. I'll try to keep it up maybe for a few more hours before I close it. But until then, go ahead. So pretty much the coalition is official. Pretty much almost ADC is in your party. So let's keep discussion geared
I
towards.
think
plenty hands up.
the next person is Alien
Okay,
X.
I'm next.
Alien X is the
Um,
next person. Yes.
yeah, I'm next.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much. The host, Yusuf, my man, and everybody on the space. I want to some extent, disagree with my Oga Malam Bati side. I know we're on the same camp, but I do not agree with you that it is a north versus a south issue. Um, Obi have said it several times, except if we do not believe on what Obi have said. I think I've said it on other spaces and people have argued with me. Obi said, do not vote for me because I'm an Igbo man. Vote for me because I have the capacity to lead Nigeria to the next place. And my number one reason why I stand 100% with Obi and why I believe in Obi is because I have seen clarity of thought, I have seen compassion in him, and I have seen someone who, amongst the three, is likely to give us a Nigerian that we would be proud of. And that is my main reason for supporting him, not because he's a Southerner or he's a Northerner. So for me, that is my main reason. That is why I am ready to run shirtless, go anywhere to support him. And I understand the where we are currently. Obedience. I understand how we think. A lot of us believe that we have a more credible candidate. I agree to that. A lot of us agree that 2023 elections will be one elections. And a lot of people agree to the point that when you compare the three people in the race, Atiku, Atiku, Obi, and Tinubu, Obi is more younger, a little more competent, and a lot of things, pushing for the rightings, pushing for the Nigerians, more accountable when you are looking at accountability and every single thing. Obi seems to be the person there. However, I want you to go and study the elections. Yes, I agree that the elections was very, very poor. was very, very flawed. But if you look at the numbers in Jigawa, let me remind you, we came fourth. Please, you can correct me if I'm wrong. We came fourth in Jigawa. Sokoto were doing, I think in Jigawa we did about 1,000 votes. Sokoto 6,000. Kebbi 10,000. Katsina 6,000. Where else again? Yobe was the worst. Yobe was one of the worst. 2,000. We only won 3 states in the north. If I'm looking at the north, if I want to pick the north properly, I would say maybe we won 3 states: Nasarawa, Plateau, and I don't know if we can put Abuja as the north, but let me just put Abuja there. We just won 3 states and came second in only Benue and Taraba. The core north where we have where the numbers are, Katsina and so on and so forth, Obi did not do very, very well. We were doing 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000. And this is the issue we have as a people. It is not time for us to sweet talk ourselves and be giving ourselves motivational quotes, but we know this is our major problem right now. And you could even see Obi recognized that this is where he was falling short in. And you see immediately after the elections, you see how he was trying to build inroads, trying to see how he could go into North and get more alliances in the North. For me, I want them to sit down together. I trust Obi's judgment. 2023, he saw that PDP will not give him what he wants. He left PDP, went to Labour Party. It means that he understands his chances of winning. He understands his political strategy. To a very large extent, he understands what he wants. Let them go to the coalition as they have gone to the coalition and let them have an agreement. Whatever they choose, I will go 100% with it. Even if they choose Atiku as president and they choose what do they call it, Obi as vice, as long as Obi has said I am taking this agreement, this offer, then I am 100% with it. Because whether you like it or not, the South, these APC boys are ready to do dirty in the South. Whether you like it or not, nobody will give you an Atahiru Jega as INEC chairman again. Whether you like it or not, the fight is going to be tougher than what it was in 2003. Nobody is going to be withholding Naira again, that they want to redesign Naira. It is going to be tougher. You are now having incumbency there. So I am ready. Whatever Obi has gone to the coalition and agreed on, I will support Obi 100% because I trust his judgment and I trust his listening. And again, for those people saying, oh, it is an insult to us, it is an insult to us. The political terrain in Nigeria is not the political terrain of raising your shoulder up. I am better than this. I am ready to play a fool to get Obi into that power. From there, we move on. We must be ready to do everything to ensure that this man is in key political space. In the key political space, we must make sure that he is in the place where he can make decisions and influence decisions, which is to get power. There is no pride here. There is no tribalism here. There is no regionalism here. We must make sure this man gets into power. That is our number one goal. I trust Obi's judgment. If you don't trust it, fine and good. Whatever he comes out with, my best option and the option I will fight for as an obedient is to fight that Obi is the president and the leader of this coalition. But whatever decision, whatever negotiation comes out, and Obi says, okay, I am into this, I will support Obi 100%. If Obi says, I am not in this coalition again, I do not see a part in it, I will still support Obi 100%. Even if Obi says, oh, we are going to do another new party 3 months to election, I will still support Obi on that part. And I'm calling on obedience. We should support Obi. We should support Obi and ensure this man gets into power. The political terrain currently is a political terrain where we need people like Obi, someone like Obi at the helms of power. We must be ready to do anything and everything to get this man into power. If we play the cards wrongly and we allow the wrong people again, Tinubu again, to do his rubbish again, rig elections like he did in Rivers State and in some other, even in Lagos, rigged it and just manipulated a lot of results and get into power, people like me will suffer it. I am not ready for any political correctness again. We must do everything to get this man into power, and we must do everything to make sure that we coalesce with the North to make sure that we get ourselves where in a prime position where we can influence and make Nigeria possible again. I yield my mic for now. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, Alien. Are you coming from that? Who's next?
Yusuf, I sent you a DM. Can you check, please?
Okay, you can. Okay, I think you have 30. Just reboot 1 minute, 30 seconds, please, so I can have next speaker. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks, Ilenek. See, we're on the same page, my brother. We need to recover. We need to take Nigeria back from this path of destruction. But you see, I worry so much about a northerner. Yeah, because there are so many different perspectives. There's what you think versus what is popular and versus a strategy that can win. I think we'll be scoring an own goal. Even if Peter Obi says he agrees to be a VP, which I think he would not, I don't expect him to say so. It will be a challenge to promote a ticket, that has a northern, leader. It would be, honestly, we will struggle a lot. And I think that ticket might not succeed, right? Even if you and I decide to vote, the question is, would this ticket have enough to be able to unseat an incumbent, right? So that's just the part I want to disagree with that. So even if you say Obi should not contest, I don't mind. But you must have the strategy right, and it has to be a southerner for the next 4 years if we really want to unseat Tinubu. Unfortunately, I think we have that constraint, and the earlier we accept that, the better for all of us. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Madam Batisai. So we have Nedu, Ibrahim, Chief, and is it Mimi? Who's going first?
No, I don't think
Yeah,
anybody
Nedu,
is
you can
speaking.
speak. I see you
Yusuf,
speak.
I think you should take make another line.
Okay.
Okay, I said Nedu, Chief, Ibrahim, then Mimi. Thank you. Let's go with
Okay.
that too.
Okay. Good evening. Good afternoon. It's already evening. Good evening, everybody. And let me start by saying that I want to first of all congratulate Tottenham United fans tonight. I'm sorry, but I have to do this so that some people will not put their hopes up. Yeah. And so beyond that, I want us to stop a certain notion that it must always be South, that power needs to remain in the South. The earlier we stop this, the better for us, because over the time we fail to tell ourselves the simple truth. Even though some people have said that politics is not have nothing to do with emotion, it's not emotions, but it is not true. Since 1999, power have been rotated between the North, the Area North, and the Southwest, aside Jonathan, who came to power. Nigeria is standing on a tripod. I've said this countless times, and I'm saying it again. I'm reminding every one of us. Nigeria is standing on a tripod. The East, the West, and the North. Since 1999, the West have been eating what belongs to all of us. Since 1999. In 2023, any Northerner has the right to contest for election. As far as Bola Ahmed Tinubu is on the ballot, you have the right. Why? Because the West have gone 8 years for Basanjo, 8 years for Shibanjo, 4 years already for Tinubu, and they want to go another 4 years to make it 8 years. If the West can go all this, the North has all it takes to go shoulder to shoulder with them. This is pure logic and fact. So let us stop all this North and South, North and South. This is what they are using to confuse us. They're using it to confuse us. So it is not true. That aside, there's something that is happening in the Nigerian political space. Before now, there's a way people from the southern part of the country, especially the southeast and party, they have seen this political party as the Islamic party. These two zones have always aligned and realigned themselves with the PDP. Until now, the game is changing. The politicians, the heavyweights from the southeast and the south-south are now moving to APC in droves. What is their mission? To hijack the party. Just the way most of them had upper hands in PDP, they are now moving to APC. They are tired of PDP. Most of them, locally, somehow they are PDP, but when it comes to national, but with time, it will be made visible for everyone to notice this. Yes. The North is having some kind of challenges politically because they don't know what is at stake. A lot of personal ambitions, the Bola and his gang of Lagos manner of politics and a lot of things. So no one can be trusted as it stands now. Everybody is just trying to be logical to find their feet first before they can be able to push on a regional mindset. That is the way it is right now. But with time, most of these things will be made open for people to know what is actually happening. Coming to Atiku Abubakar, this man, this our big uncle, he's our uncle, has been contesting an election when I was, as much as I can remember, when I was still a baby, when I was still a kid, 1993. I can't even remember the class I was, whether I was already in primary school or whether I was in nursery school, I can't remember. You know, we that are 80 kids, you know, even though it's late 80s. But Atiku have been on the ballot for as long as we can think of. Atiku has been on the ballot since 1999, contesting virtually every election. What is he looking for to be the president? Atiku fell out with his boss, Obasanjo, and a lot of things happened. Most of us knew Atiku between 1999 and when he left power. We knew most of the things that happened, even though his boss didn't treat him well at some point. But Atiku wasn't innocent as well. Around 2011-12, the role Atiku played that period wasn't fair at all. We down south heard a lot of stories about how Atiku ganged up with some northern politicians and one or two people from the south, Amechi and maybe one or two other people, to gang up against Goodluck Jonathan. That was a heavy gang up. We overheard a story how Jonathan knelt down to beg him. Maybe literally knelt down. I don't know, I wasn't there. But we heard the story how Jonathan knelt down like a sitting president, literally knelt down to beg you, Oga, Keep this your ambition by the side. Give me support. When I am done, power is coming to you. Atiku said no. He must contest. He's moving to APC. His umbilical cord is tied there. He must win. Blah, 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 blah. His northern people. The North ganged up against the southern presidents. After then, Jonathan lost woefully, considered defeat. 1999, Atiku came to contest for presidency. 2003, Atiku came to contest for presidency. Now 2027, Atiku wants to come again to contest the presidency. He has been failing since. In 2027, he will fail woefully. This is not emotion, this is pure fact. He will fail. Atiku is coming to contest the presidency. Let me tell everybody here. Atiku is coming to contest the presidency in 2027. He must contest. But what I want to tell you people is this: he will fail. Whether Peter Obi contests or Peter Obi doesn't contest, Atiku must contest, and he will fail. He will fail woefully. Woefully. Atiku's umbilical cord is tied to contesting for presidency, and that man will never rest. If he fails in 2027, in 2031, he will come back again to contest. He will fail again. And after that election, he will come back until that man is 97, I'll be 95. He will keep contesting. You know, and my problem with this man is this. This man have sheer arrogance. This man doesn't know that he doesn't have any political value. You know what he does? What he does is to go to a house that, a house that has structures. He hides under the structures with stolen wealth, our common wealth, money that belongs to me and you that they stole. Him and Obasanjo, the money they stole then. They will hide under our stolen wealth to be sharing dollars. That is why in every PDP convention, every PDP, whatever, they always sharing dollar. They don't share naira, they share dollar. If you know how much these people are spending, you go shake your head. You will shake your head. So he has always been there, and he will continue to be there to share money. Tomorrow now, if they are doing primary again, whether ADC, PDP, any party, Atiku will still share dollar. That man is a dollar sharer. Let me tell you people, as you guys are here listening to me, if you need money, urgent money, organize a group of people, 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, 20 people, max. If you organize them, just give them a title, AI for Nigerian integration. Go and meet Atiku Abubakar. He will give you guys envelope. I'm not joking. I am telling you people what I know. Atiku will give you people envelope. They will snap a picture that AI for Atiku Abubakar 2027 or for Nigerian regional government or blah, blah, blah came to visit him. And that is all. Snap picture, post on social media that you people have endorsed him for 2027. He will give you people money. That is the only thing Atiku is good for. This man should be resting, taking care of his children somewhere in the, he should be busy in his farmhouse. That is where he should be, not contesting. Most of the young people that were born, most young people have never tested good governance. All these people in their 20s, they have never tested good governance for once. They don't know what it looks like. Unless you have left the shores of Nigeria. If you have never left Nigeria, you don't know what you are missing. You're wasting your life over there in the country. Wasting it. You may think you have 10 million, 20, 50 million. To be honest, you're wasting. Nothing is happening there. So I don't like when people say politics is not emotional. It is emotional. It is. Atiku should give up. Obi must not contest. If Atiku Abubakar is on the ballot as the presidential candidate and Obi is not there, for example, Obi say, okay, I'm giving up. Okay, congratulations to you people. Please be there to go and support Atiku. Obi will even go around help Atiku to campaign, blah, blah, blah. Atiku can choose anybody he likes. Be Darlington, anybody. Choose whoever you want. Atiku will still fail. He will fail woefully. People will not understand. Number one, those good luck guys, those Jonathan's men, they still dislike Atiku no matter what. That is number one. Number two, the southern politicians, heavyweights, all of them detest Atiku to the end. They detest him. I'm not saying that all these people, they are the one that will give Atiku all the votes or blah, 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 blah. No. Atiku doesn't have all the strength or what it takes to go to the field and campaign for votes. Atiku doesn't have that. He doesn't have that. He only have money. Money doesn't do everything. Money will not. You see what Obi is doing, moving from one place to the other, going here, going here. Everything is not money. Everything is not money. In 2023, how much did Obi have to give for political campaigns? How much? But we ran everything. Do you understand? We ran everything. So, gentlemen, I don't want to take a lot of our time. What I'm saying is this: I am not against coalition. No. But everything should be holistic. That is number one. Holistic. Number two, Atiku should never near the head of the coalition. He can become a major a stakeholder. He can, they may give him, benefits of doubt to, nominate one or two people that he trusts very well. No problem. I don't have an issue with that. He can do that. But he should never be the arrowhead. The arrowhead. If he is, I am sorry. Bola, in fact, as it stands now, Bola is top ahead. Bola is top ahead. But there are things that can be done. But if Atiku is there, it's a done deal. So I just wish them the very best. And if Obi is not there, no problem. Me, I don't have an issue. Obi must not contest for president. It is not his life. No, he can do without the presidency. Yeah. Obi must not be there. But Atiku should go and rest. That man should retire. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you, gentlemen.
Nadu, yeah, I heard your submission. I was wondering, did they call me?
You said
I
what?
said, did they call my name?
Not like I called your name. I said something, but if you heard your name, no problem. I was just saying something. And let me repeat what I said. I said, if you need quick money, nobody hates money. If you need quick money right now, you or maybe you and your co-host, Sweet Angel and Yusuf, you can just organize yourself and call like 5, 10, 15 people, max 20 people. Go to Atiku's
Yeah.
house in Adamawa and present yourself as AI for Atiku and good governance. And don't you? He will snap picture with you guys, give you
Wait,
guys the big fat
hold
envelope.
on. First of all, before I drop you or remove you from the space, first of all, you don't know me, okay? Trust me, you don't know like me, okay? See, that's why one has to be very careful, like what you say on spaces. And today, like, it's gonna be a very big lesson. Like, you don't know me, but in time, like, I'm like who I am. See, like that's when like I feel like online gives people like the audacity to like make things and you don't know the person like in real life. Oh, trust me, you don't know me. But in due time, that statement you that you made, you think back and be like, wow, like I was wrong to ever like make that statement. Okay, like you don't know me.
Yusuf,
Okay, like
speaking
you
as
Just a
don't know
second.
me.
he's just
One
Okay,
minute.
so
One minute.
trust me. Like, listen, the last thing that I need is to,
Yusuf.
like, are you kidding me? Like, do your research and you'll find out like who I am. Okay, like, come
So
on, dude.
sorry, sir.
No,
Sorry,
like,
sir.
no, no,
Sorry,
no, no, no,
sorry,
no, no,
sorry,
no,
sir.
no,
Before you
no, no, no,
continue.
no, 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 no. See, that is why, like, type my name and then see if you ever see anywhere that I promoted any candidate. See, that's why, like, one has to be very, very careful.
No,
You need to be
Yusuf, you're
very, very, very careful.
getting it
You
wrong.
need to be very careful.
What is it?
AI, calm down, calm down. I'm not attacking your
No, 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 no,
person.
no,
I'm
no,
not.
no, no,
I'm
no,
not
no, no, no,
against
no,
your
no, no,
person.
no, no.
I
I
am
don't want my
making a
name.
reference to
Listen,
something.
listen,
No, don't get.
listen,
No,
listen.
hold on.
People are gonna
Don't
take
get
that
it
the wrong
twisted,
way.
dude.
They're
Calm
gonna take
down,
that the wrong way. They're
dude.
going
Calm
to.
No,
down.
no.
No. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. You are just taking this. You're just putting it out of proportion.
Okay.
I don't need to know you or your person. I don't know you. Don't know me. That is the way it is. But I'm not attacking your
No,
person.
no, no, no,
I
no, no,
am
no.
making a
Eh,
reference to something. I'm just trying to
no, you
explain
Ne-
attached my
something.
name.
Nedu,
You attached my
Nedu, the
name. Like,
example you
don't
gave,
no, like
can
you
you just
attached my
take that
name.
back?
So if anyone wants to come to this space now, they'll take it the wrong way. Like joking or not, like don't say that. Don't. Like don't. Um listen, I'm not going to like block you or whatever, but I'm going to remove you from this space. Like, don't do that.
No, I'm not scared of anything. You have the right to do whatever you want to do.
Listen, don't do that. Like, just like I'm going forward. Don't mention the host, okay? Just give your submission, okay? Like, don't do that. Because like people are gonna take it the wrong way. Oh, so. Like, listen, you know how Nigerians are. Like, don't mention my name, okay? Like, don't mention my name. Like, just let's first of all, I don't need to host like spaces. I just do it just to like like once in a blue moon. Listen, I'm bigger than hosting spaces. Okay, like I don't need to host any space really. And because of this, I might keep running for an hour. I had planned to close it at 6 my time, but I'll probably like keep it to an hour, then close it. I like
Ibrahim, you can speak if you have the mic. Ibrahim, can you hear me?
Yes, Yusuf, good evening. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Fantastic. Thanks a lot for.
before anyone speaks, look at it from like where I'm coming from. Okay, what I heard is my name, okay, and then Atiku. Like, come on. Like, just like look at it like from my side. Like, even if it's in a joke or you try to make a point, it just doesn't come out right. Because like like people, even though like my space is not recorded, people probably would record the space. And then like, oh, it's gonna be AI, blah blah blah, Tiku, like blah, blah, blah. Listen, I've been on spaces for like years, okay, for years. Like I just know how it works. Don't mention my name in anything, please. Like, don't use my name as any example. Maybe you can use the other speakers. Probably it's best like you don't. But if you have to, don't use me. Use like other examples, okay? Like, don't use me. But like someone is bound to take it the wrong way. They're going to take it the wrong way. Like, come on, man. Like, don't do that.
As registrar of JAMB, I hold myself personally responsible including for the negligence of the service provider and I unreservedly apologize for it. And the trauma it has affected Nigerians to, directly or indirectly. We have decided that all the candidates affected in the 157 centers of the 882 be contacted to retake their examinations.
When my 7-year-old grandson called me and said, "Grandpa, tell me the truth. Why did they call you Liar Mohammed?"
Some people, strange bedfellows. Yeah? You are strange bedfellows, actually. So I think there should be, even your members, some of your members have identified to strange bedfellows. Right? So yeah, so I've finished with that. So 247, yeah, I've been on this space multiple times. And it ties into what I said Siseko tweeted, right? And that diagnosed the issue here. And what is the issue? I think in AAC, yeah, because I know, talking about coalition, I know a lot of people who would have dunked on it. Okay, talking about ideology, talking about consistency. Yeah, I know the talking point, how it would have went here. But see the thing there. I think in your side of the political arena, yeah, you have mistaken two concepts. right? You have conflated the concept of being static and being consistent, right? You- Because you are not dynamic, you are not evolving as human being, new information comes, you should change with the new information, right? But decades after decades, you have not moved with the moving time. Rather than see it for what it is, that you are stationary, you are static, you say you are consistent. And when you see the guy that is dynamic, you say he is inconsistent. And that is the root cause of your issue.
Okay, okay, all right. I would like to engage you on that one. If you are saying that we are trying to be consistent yet stagnant, what do you mean? Be explicit so that I will get your point.
Okay. Okay, I don't know how to trust me, I know your talking point more than you yourself. Like, how will I put it? Like, you as okay, you see things one way, unidirectional, right? Where you should be seeing things in three dimensions, right? Your ideology, like, how will I put it? You don't tweak it, you don't evolve it, right?
What do you
No,
think? What do you
Okay,
think we
okay,
need to
okay, okay, brother.
give
Let
really
me
an
just
evolve
make my
example.
around
Cite
submission.
an
Let me make my
example.
where
submission.
Cite
we?
an
It is my
example.
opinion. Yeah, it's
Cite
my
an
opinion.
example. It's better you cite an
It's
example
my
on that.
Yeah.
opinion. Don't worry
No,
about
just
it.
cite an
Though.
example. Just it's not an issue. Just cite an example so we can make reference. You must
Yeah,
cite an
yeah.
example for you to say we are static. Cite an example so we make reference based on that example. So you don't just come out and say things.
Brother, don't worry, don't worry. You can just discount it if you want. Just let me just
No, no, no.
close
Just
my
cite an
submission.
example is what we
You
are
cannot
asking you.
compare me to cite an example now. Are we in this thing here? Eh?
No, but you are an
No, no, you
intellectual
are an
person.
intellectual person.
If you
You
are
are
making a
See
making
submission,
assumptions.
wahala. Okay,
Just
I
you
cite
don't
have
an
want
to
to cite
example.
follow
example.
it
I've
with
made my
an
statement. Do with
example.
it what you want.
It doesn't look well on you. It
Yes,
Then
doesn't look
that's
well
yes,
on
I
it.
you.
don't want. That's the
Let's
thing
allow
there.
Comrade to round up so we can maybe clarify one or two things so we don't waste much time. Please.
Okay, 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 okay. So, and here's the thing, right? We are electorate, we are supporters, we are the people, right? It's a shared, you see, leadership and followership is a shared responsibility at the end of the day. Yeah. I think I'll just close here. Yeah. When people talk of coalition, I don't think they are compelling Obi to